When I was really getting into horror and watching all the big series for the first time, I briefly started Pumpkinhead, but I never actually watched the thing. Now the question is Pumpkinhead any good? Or should I have never actually bothered watching the whole thing at all? Well, let's talk about that. When a group of friends head out to the country to dirt bike and stay at a cabin, one of the guys ran over a little boy. By accident. Yeah, it wasn't like he just set out to murder the child. It was, a thing that happens. This caused the group to flee, while the killer runs and forces his lady friend to go, and the others go after him. This ends up with everybody holed up at the cabin, with Joel, the guy with the kid, refusing to let anyone do or say anything about it, because he fears jail time. Because, he killed a kid. Well, he's about to kill the kid. Back at the accident, the boy's dad shows up, takes him home, and then as he's cleaning him up, he dies. This causes Dad to seek out an old woman who can summon a giant demonic beast, whose sole purpose is seeking out revenge on the person or people who wronged the person it was summoned for. After this happens, the monster known as Pumpkinhead goes after the group responsible for the little boy's death, and one by one he picks them off. Talking about the characters, I really like the dad. His son was okay, but he was just the son. The dad, on the other hand, man, you could tell he loved this kid. So much so that when he showed up at the store after the accident happened, I really thought, man, that guy who's stuck behind with the kid is about to die. This was a great depiction of a father and son in a horror movie. Just some really wholesome shit, up until the dad gets the old lady to summon Pumpkinhead, but still. I get why he did it, but it didn't make it right. He knew this too, which is why pretty soon after he attempts stopping it, which leads to both the death of Pumpkinhead and himself. As for the group of kids, they were okay, nothing to complain about, but nothing special and no standouts either. I love the monster of Pumpkinhead though. He looked awesome, and I thought the way he acted was pretty good. He kills his victims, but also taunts them a bit, but not in a way that makes it feel like too much, like let's say Freddy Krueger messing around with his victims for 5 minutes. Also, the kills were pretty good too. Some were really basic scenes where you watch the kill start, it cuts away, then you just see the end of it, but stuff like the guy who got impaled by a rifle or Pumpkinhead getting killed and bursting into flames looked pretty cool. This was a really good monster movie, a lot better than I expected. I can't say for certain why I didn't finish it years ago when I started it, or what my thoughts were on it, but going into it this time, I expected a pretty cheesy 80s monster flick, nothing special and nothing particularly great. However, I really enjoyed this, and I'm really looking forward to watching the others. In the end, I'd rate 1988's Pumpkinhead an 8 out of 10. If you've seen this movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.
Looking for more horror fun?
You're goddamn right.
Then check out the VHS comic book series, a parody of the horror genre that follows the lives of 3 teens as they fight to survive a horror movie, where every day is loaded with blood, boobs, and buds. The first 2 issues can be found in the description below.
I was obsessed with the VHS.